Okay, so let's dive into something really stormy today. That huge gap between modern AI systems and, well, all that older software that's still running everything, getting them to talk to each other without, like, a massive rewrite. It's a huge challenge. We keep finding some really specific answers browsing through the AI agent store.
Yeah, that store is, it's definitely become the place to see where the actual breakthroughs are happening. You get real insight into agents solving these, messy, expensive integration problems like the one we're looking at today. It's really about bridging computing generation.
Exactly. And we're focusing on one particular open source tool. It's called Legacy Use. It's basically built as that bridge for companies that just, well, they can't afford the years and millions it would take to rebuild critical systems just for automation.
Oh, absolutely. The scale of this is massive. You've got huge operations running on software from, years ago with absolutely no modern APIs, just a GUI. This agent tackles that exact problem head on. It's a drag on the economy, really.
Right. So let's get into the mechanics. If there's no API, how does a new system actually control the old one? Does it, like, analyze the code?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. It basically creates an open source REST API wrapper. So to the modern AI, it looks like a standard network service. But the magic, the mechanism inside is simulation. The agent literally pretends to be a human using the interface. Think high-speed VNC or RDP. It's moving the mouse, typing into fields.
Wow. Okay. So the GUI itself becomes the API. That's clever. But hang on. Automating a UI like that, isn't that notoriously fragile? Like,
Yeah.
one tiny change in the old software, a button moves a pixel and everything breaks. How does legacy use deal with that?
That's the critical question, right? And that's where the AI part really shines, specifically this prompt-based endpoint generation. Older automation, like RPA, needed exact screen coordinates. Painful. This tool lets an AI send instructions like click the submit button or enter ACME court in the company field. It's dynamic, so it can adapt much better to those small UI changes than, rigid preset coordinates.
Ah, I see. So you're telling it the intent, not just the exact clicks. That makes sense for flexibility. And the sources mention features for the modern side too, like built-in logging and debugging and being model provider independent.
Precisely. That's key for reliability and fitting it into existing stacks. If you think bigger picture, this is, well, it's essential for anyone needing to connect those desktop-only apps into larger automated workflows.
So who feels this pain most? Is it the architects planning years ahead or the DevOps teams trying to make things work now?
It hits both, definitely. But the immediate wins, they're for the automation engineers, software integrators, IT ops people. If you're trying to build a workflow, bam, you hit a wall because one step needs this old desktop app. Well, this agent is something you really need to know about.
Okay, and this gets even more interesting, doesn't it? Beyond just automation, it's open source. And you mentioned something about understanding the legacy code.
Yes, this is potentially huge. Because the AI agent is watching the UI actions and what they trigger, it can start to reverse engineer the purpose of that code. It can actually generate summaries, maybe even doc strings, for poorly documented functions just by observing how they're used through the GUI.
So the AI doesn't just use the old software, it helps us finally figure out how it works. That could be massive for maintainability down the line.
Exactly. It's unlocking the secrets of the past with, the tech of the future.
Yeah, legacy use really feels like a perfect example of AI unlocking value in what's already there, the entrenched systems, without needing those incredibly risky, expensive overhauls.
A really practical, grounded use for agentic systems.
Well, thanks for exploring this with us. If you want to check out more tools like legacy use, definitely browse the resource we always use, aiagentstore.ai. And hey, if you found this useful, please take a second to rate the show. We really appreciate you tuning in.